Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Art Things Considered, where we consider art. My name is Matthew Slaza.
I'm Isabella Pico.
I'm Sabrina Braga.
And I'm Nico Williams.
And we have a couple of favorite topics this week that we have to cover, things we've been pumping into your ears for the last couple of weeks. But we're going to start off with a little bit of the Broadway beat. Go ahead and hit him, Isabella.
All right, thank you, Matt. So first thing I want to say is just a quick little thing. Anastasia opens up tonight, and its official opening will be on April 24th, but previews are starting today. So probably next week I will be digging more into that, but that's the one little quick tidbit that I want to talk about that is not going to be Beauty and the Beast for my segment because it came out on Friday. I saw it. Don't know about the rest of you. I think Matt said that he saw it. He told me earlier, but it was fan-freaking-tastic. Like, it killed. It was like Cinderella I thought was good. This one kicked Cinderella's ass. Like, it was so good. And I'm just so happy because...
So is it safe to say that Cinderella doesn't hold a candle?
I get it because I was trying to think of a candle reference for Cinderella, and I was like, there aren't.
She didn't have any matches, Nico.
No matches.
Okay, good stuff.
Oh
That was funny
God.
though. That was funny. Nice. Not gonna talk about any plot things because although it did keep very, very true to the animated movie and even to a bit of the Broadway stuff, there were a lot of little Easter egg things that if I give it away to you, it's a really nice twist on the movie.
Yeah, don't, because I haven't watched it yet.
I mean,
because
the
it's
only
been,
spoiler I'll
sold out.
say is,
Oh my God.
I mean, Heath Ledger dies at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Heath Ledger always does.
Damn it,
Yeah.
Matt. Damn
sorry.
it, Matt. Come on.
What?
That was the
Also,
biggest
Dumbledore
thing.
dies on page 675. I mean, no spoiler
What?
there.
What? No
but
spoilers. No spoilers. Not for Beauty and the Beast.
I do have to say, I liked the movie, but I have to see it again because when I went to see it, I saw it at the drive-in, and they were overpacked. So I got there 30 minutes early, and I didn't get in until 25 minutes into the movie.
What?
So we stayed because they showed it. There was so much. It was such a big deal that they showed it after the second movie. They showed Beauty and the Beast again. So I saw the beginning after I'd seen the majority of the movie.
Oh my!
So my experience was very disjointed. So I liked it, but I have to see the whole movie as a whole. You know?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Go to a normal movie theater. I appreciate you trying the
Normal.
drive-in thing, but then just backfired.
The drive-in's amazing. It's just they don't
so
usually
busy.
get 4 billion people to see
Yeah,
a movie.
well, when I went to the theater here in Gainesville on Newberry, there was a line.
It was flooded.
There was
yeah.
a
Oh
line
yeah,
to get in. It
I
was
saw
crazy.
a Snapchat of it. Like the line was insane.
It was crazy.
I was in downtown Disney for St. Patrick's
yeah,
Day
you were
because I
gonna-
went to Raglan Road.
Yeah.
And then funny story, we didn't even get into Raglan Road because of how crowded it was. We just got like some beer on the side and walked around downtown Disney for like 2 hours, which was really still really fun.
Oh, yeah.
But the
Downtown Disney's
AMC
nice.
theater was crazy packed.
Yeah.
Crazy packed.
I mean, like I'm gonna talk about it in my segment, but it set records.
Oh yeah,
this weekend.
yeah. I'm
so.
not gonna get into any of the record stuff. I figured you were gonna talk about it in yours.
Record speed.
So kind of gonna focus more on like soundtrack, like little odes they did to the Broadway show, stuff like that. So first thing first, 3 new songs were amazing. It was Evermore, How Does a Moment Last Forever, and Days in the Sun. They were all so nice, and it was just so fresh and just brought such like a new like angle to the movie, but at the same time it fit in so well with the original songs and with the plot line and everything.
And it's really interesting because it brought like a separate perspective
Yeah.
while at the same time staying true musically in particular, which is impressive. Because it
yeah.
sounds like it just fades right in.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. And you know what? Like, I thought I was going to be a little bit more, not bothered, but a little bit more sad over the fact that they didn't include more of the Broadway songs. But honestly, those 3 songs made up for it. Out of the 3, Evermore was my favorite. Dan Stevens, he sang that so well. So well.
Yeah.
I really, really liked him singing. I thought he did a really good job. Also, props to Dan Stevens for doing that whole movie on stilts, except for when he becomes a human. He did dance scene in stilts. He did all his stuff in
That's
the Beast in
insane.
stilts. Like, you cray. Good for you, man. Good for you. But speaking of singing, though, Emma, I want to talk about Emma singing. I am really, really happy with how she did. Like, I'm
too.
really happy because they didn't make her, they didn't like push her to be this like huge, like over the top, hold long notes, sing fantastic type of thing.
They didn't pop star her.
No, which was so nice, and because of that, I feel like they didn't have to auto-tune her. Not a lot, really. I didn't. One of my friends was saying that in Belle, she sounded kind of auto-tuned, but I don't think she does.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, any music's a little produced.
Yeah, but
But it didn't feel
No,
overt.
no,
And
they
sometimes they go out of their way.
they really like simplified her, and they really were like, you know what, let's just keep you like within your borders, and we'll just like make it sound really nice. And she took a lot of singing lessons, I'm pretty sure. So I'm really happy that they just like played to her strengths instead of just trying to like
Fix her
overdo it with her.
weaknesses, yeah.
Yeah, so that made me really, really happy. But my two favorites in the whole movie, Luke Evans and Josh freaking Gad, they killed it. They killed it so much. They took Gaston and LeFou and they like kept true to the original characters, but at the same time, like giving them like LeFou, like Josh Gad, you could just see him oozing out of it at the same time. It was so wonderful. I loved it.
I liked the changes they made to his character too. They made him a little more real.
Yes, which I really appreciated.
Yeah.
They didn't have him there as some stupid like little sidekick villain. He like actually you could see like his internal struggle during the movie, like which I really appreciated. Like they humanized him a lot.
And I think they humanized Gaston too. I mean,
Yeah.
like no spoilers, but it's just a really interesting journey for a lot of the characters, and I think that's hard when you pull from a kids movie to try and make it realistic in a live action, and they pulled this one off. I'm a little worried because they're talking about the ridiculous number of titles they're going to turn into live action movies,
Yeah.
but this one was good, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think the next ones was Aladdin, Little Mermaid, and Lion King are the next ones coming up.
I'm
Actually,
most worried about
they
Aladdin.
said Mulan. When Mulan comes, they're not making it a musical. Which makes sense.
No, that's ridiculous. You know why? Because Mulan has the best songs.
I mean, yeah, Mulan definitely does have like some of the best Disney songs, but like for plot wise, like,
I don't know. I can see why they would take out the songs, but like I do love Reflection and I do love
there's some amazing
Make a
songs.
Man
in
Out
that
of
like
You.
show.
I'm
Yeah.
sure there it's probably gonna end up being like Cinderella. You know how Cinderella, like they didn't have any big like musical numbers and like stuff like that. That's probably what's gonna end up happening, where it's like they're gonna do little homages to the songs, homages to the songs. But yeah, anyways,
Homage.
though. Back to Beauty and the Beast though, real quick. So I was really happy though, because like I mentioned before, they didn't really have any of the Broadway songs, but they did have the scores for some of the Broadway songs.
Well, see, that's what I was just about to say. Is they integrated some of the melodies though,
Yeah, specifically.
including on the newer songs. Like it felt like they kind of took some of the ideas from some of the Broadway songs and kind of tossed them
like
into there.
for Evermore, I feel like it wasn't exactly like what's the name of the song the Beast sings? No, she. Oh shoot! I can't remember the name of the Beast song right now for the Broadway one. But the one for the movie and the one for the Broadway, you could kind of see like the same themes, and you could kind of hear it like a little bit at the beginning. It was the same. But the one scene that really, really got me, no spoilers because this is like, in the animated movie, is when Belle first shows the room. They're like kick the room up like 30 notches. By the way, it's like so pretty and so nice. But they had Home, which is the score. They had the home score playing in the background, but it's one of the songs from the Broadway show when Belle first gets there and she's like, oh my God, this place isn't home. Like, this sucks. I want to be with my dad. Like, this sucks.
I like your interpretation of
Exactly.
this.
Well, that's how it goes down, but you can hear it in the background when she's like looking around the room and she's like, wow, this is amazing, but this sucks because I'm not with my dad. But yeah, so that was a really nice little Easter egg that I liked. But gotta just say, costumes were amazing. Songs were amazing. What I really have to say, though, that I liked about this one, compared to other musicals, like specifically like Les Mis, how like personally for me when I watched Les Mis, like I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but it just didn't. My cousin who did theater in college, he explained that when he was taught that when you sing in a show, it's because your emotions are so big and so huge, like there's no other way to express it. And like Les Mis, like they didn't, like they kind of just like, it was like,
no,
like
don't go
singing.
touch that chair.
Yeah.
You must not touch that there.
That is it exactly.
Oh my
like
God.
It was
they
horrible.
sang for like everything,
I wanted
It
to
didn't-
kill myself.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's the style of the show.
Yeah.
Which
so
is
when
true.
they made it a movie,
Yeah.
they decided to keep that. But
Yeah.
I felt like that could
It
have been
was
a
just-
lot better.
But that's what I liked so much about Beauty and the Beast was because they didn't do that. Like when they sang, they sang. When they talked, they talked. That was it, you know, and it was good.
It's hilarious. That's because one of your critiques is literally like, I wish they'd done a different form of theater. Man, like Beauty and the Beast was never that type of show, so it's harder because Les Mis, the show, is literally all singing dialogue.
Yeah,
It's that
like
form
Hamilton.
of a show, like
Yeah,
Hamilton. It's
but-
just it didn't work as well for certain people because in a movie where it's set with that setting, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, you know, it like watching Les Mis, it was just like, but then watching this and, you know, seeing that they didn't like try to overplay the musical aspect of it, it was nice, you know, and I felt like they did a really good job. But just
I think more what like to be fair to the art side of it, for your point, is like this show felt real. Like the movie felt real.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you're saying.
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
You
That's
weren't
what I'm
taken
saying.
out of it because it felt ridiculous.
Yeah, Les Mis, like I was taken out at so many points because they'd just be like, you know, like, this is a chair. You're thinking,
That was a
okay,
good.
like
That's the quote of
calm
the
down,
quote of the
like,
show.
Yeah, 32601.
Thank you, Sabrina,
whatever it is.
for providing the quote of the show this episode.
Yeah, good stuff. But
This week's episode is sponsored by chairs. This is a chair. Nico's not even paying attention to my bit. That's his bit. Wow.
I hear
But,
you. I definitely hear you.
last thing I do want to say about the movie, though, is that I believe by now it is the top movie musical ever. At least
You be stealing from my section. But
yeah.
That's okay.
I just wanted to say that just really quickly. It beat out Chicago. It beat out La La Land.
Wow.
It beat out
Well, of
Grease.
course it beat out La La
Grease. Grease has
Okay, Matt, your
No,
salt
no,
with La La Land
Whoa,
is
whoa, whoa,
done.
we're not talking about that now.
Guys,
We're not talking about that now.
quiet. I wasn't saying because it was a bad movie. I'm saying because of the way it was distributed, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'm surprised
Whoa.
it beat Chicago.
But really,
well,
it's a bad movie.
Grease had a 188 grossing like million lifetime gross, and like Beauty and the Beast like beat that like within days.
Yep.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. Go fans. Go people.
Have you beat us up enough?
Haha, yeah, I did. Well, actually, I want to include one last little thing. Not really so much to do with the movie. Everyone should really go look at James Corden's video that he did the Crosswalk musical with Dan Stevens, Luke Evans, and Josh Gad. I'm probably gonna actually share it to the page because it's really, really funny, and they do a really, really good job.
James Corden's been killing it lately.
Yeah.
He had the crosswalk version of Beauty and the Beast, and then yesterday he released the musical. I think what was it called? Donald the musical, and it was like a parody. Matilda parody about Donald Trump. And
Oh
it was,
my
It was
God.
gold.
Oh my god.
They're all on swings and they're
Oh.
singing to When I Grow Up, and then they do a couple like small parts of other songs from the musical. Very worth checking out if you have
Love
the time.
it. Yeah, but that was it. So there we go. I beat you guys up enough. Ha ha ha.
Especially mentioning La La Land like that.
Hey,
Anyway,
that was your personal beef, man. That was your personal beef. Like,
For local theater this week, we really don't have too much going on. How to Succeed in Business is still playing over at the GCP, so if you haven't seen that yet, go check that out. That's the Gainesville Playhouse, gcpplayhouse.org.
yeah,
Yeah, GC Playhouse.
Playhouse.
You can also look up Gainesville Community Playhouse if you have some trouble interpreting that.
Playhouse. PLAY.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to mess it up. I thought you were going to say I. Playhouse. So that's playing at the Gainesville Community Playhouse on Newberry. It's playing this weekend until April 9th. So if you can't go this weekend, you still have a couple chances to go. But I definitely recommend checking it out because it's not the easiest show to do. It's not done all the time, and so it's definitely worth checking out. You know, and especially because all the songs in it are just so good.
This is for How to Succeed in Business.
Yeah, this was the one
yeah.
that Daniel Radcliffe did. I want to say 5 or 6 years ago on
Go
Broadway.
Harry
Go-
and Hermione. Killing
I'm sure
the game.
he did it to get out of that mindset. So
Ron's just been in Ed Sheeran videos. That's
yeah, that was a really cool thing. I saw that the other day. But no, he's got a new show on Crackle. It's called Snatched.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you're looking for Harry Potter updates, that's not at all what this is. But feel free to
There you
look
go.
up. Yeah. So How to Succeed in Business, GCP, playing this weekend until April 9th. Definitely worth checking out. I'm gonna go see it most likely. I'll make a post if I do. It'll either be this weekend or next weekend, depending on how crazy things get.
Crazy.
But yeah, that's going to do it for local theater. We're going to have an interview with people from Florida Players next week, so look out for that. But for now, just, go see the show. Or, take a break, go see Beauty and the Beast in the theaters. I get it. I understand.
I highly, highly recommend everyone go do that because your lives will be changed for the better. and happier. If you're having a bad week, go to the movies and see Beauty and the Beast.
That's pretty fair. Or Power Rangers, or all the movies that we're talking
Power
about.
Rangers.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and move on to. I actually saw 4 articles on the show you're going to talk about, so I'm excited to hear what you have to say.
Oh, nice. Did you read the articles?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get any spoilers, but they were all like, "This show is a must-watch show."
Well, there really aren't any spoilers yet. So if you're wondering, last week I talked about a show on HBO called Big Little Lies, which I hadn't watched it at that point, but since then I have seen like 4, 5 episodes.
Just for a recap, is this the one with the all-star cast?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, awesome.
So,
awesome.
I had thought that Shailene Woodley was playing one of their daughters, like Nicole Kidman, Laura Dern, or Reese Witherspoon's daughters, but she's not. She's like a mom. Also, she's just a really young mom. Who?
Really?
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Is
Yeah.
that
Shocking.
coincidental? The Secret Life
'Cause
of
she
the
was an
American
actor.
Teenager?
No, that is the result of something else that happened to her.
Oh, wait.
That wasn't good.
Like in this show?
Yeah.
Well, the other show wasn't that great either, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we were just making a joke because she just keeps playing young moms.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
So she. Oh yeah, I forgot about that show. Anyway, so
Freeform.
she is
Oh, yeah.
on.
God.
She is one of the young moms. She kind of just like moves into the city that they live in, which is Monterey, so California, like a little bit
Nice
south
neighborhood.
of San Francisco. Yeah,
Fancy,
gorgeous
fancy,
houses,
richy riches.
beautiful views. I've expressed it like in last week's episode that the houses are amazing. I already saw pictures of it, and just watching the show is like, wow, maybe I should be an interior designer. Like, just because I can pick out like which island I like for a kitchen. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, so
I basically have a degree in it.
basically, like I'm an interior designer. But yeah, so
Prodigy.
so the houses are really nice. You can tell how rich they are by the cars they drive, by the way that moms act. They like campaign to be PTA president.
Oh, love it.
And
I wanna be
so
PTA president.
far, Shailene Woodley's character, her name is Jane. Her son's name is Ziggy, like Ziggy Stardust.
Oh God.
And yeah, it's a little hippie, but whatever. And then so she comes into this town. No one really knows who she is. And she befriends Reese Witherspoon, who also was a young mom when she was younger.
Question:
so she has
Is she
a
a
lot
single
of.
mom?
No, she's not. She
Shailene?
really. Oh, no. None
Okay.
of them are psycho moms.
No,
They're
no, single,
all-
single.
Oh. I was like, no, she's not a psycho mom.
Jesus, man, you jumped.
Me? No, I tried scooting back too. I'm so sorry.
No,
Oh no, I meant like she jumped to Psycho.
to
Like,
conclusions.
Oh,
I thought you said psycho, but anyway, no. Shailene Woodley is a single mom, and she is like the new person in town. She doesn't come with a husband or anything. Reese Witherspoon's character has 2 daughters, both of them from 2 different marriages. Her first marriage didn't work out, but her ex-husband still lives in the same place as them and is dating this like really younger girl that's really cool who's played by Zoe Kravitz.
Okay.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So she's like the cool stepmom, and then Reese Witherspoon kind of feels like jealous of her.
I mean, yeah.
But she's married to Adam Scott's character. So Adam Scott played Ben on Parks and Rec, if you don't know
I
off the
love
top of
Adam
your head.
Scott.
God, he's
So
great.
he was in Parks and Rec. Now he's in this show, and his character is just so different that it's like weird for me to take him seriously.
I was kind of hoping you'd say like he talks about calzones and stuff like that.
No, he is so weird. He's actually kind of creepy, but anyway.
Aw.
I mean, it's good that he's taking roles
Yeah,
that are
great
different
stuff,
though,
great
because
stuff.
he needs to stop getting pigeonholed. You know.
That's true.
Yeah. So him and Reese Witherspoon's characters are married, and then I think it's Alexander Skarsgård. He's married to Nicole Kidman, and this isn't really a spoiler, but
Wasn't he in True Blood? Is that him?
It sounds familiar.
I don't know.
Is he like
He was in the last Tarzan movie that
Yeah,
came out.
yeah,
was in
he was
True
from True
Blood,
Blood.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Skarsgård.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
that's
That's why I
him.
asked because it's a very distinct last name.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So he's
There are a lot of HBO alums in the show.
Oh yeah. So he plays Nicole Kidman's husband, and they have such a weird, toxic relationship.
Ew.
They have twins, like a set of twins, and then
Nice.
all their children go to school with each other.
Okay.
So
makes
like
sense.
Nicole Kidman's twins, Laura Dern's child. Laura Dern is the psycho mom.
Oh, love
She's
it.
the psycho mom of the show, and she rocks that part. She is such a great actress that you really hate her.
Oh my god, yeah.
But you're not supposed to. Like, I mean, you're supposed to, kind of, but like, in a way, it's like she's just being an overprotective mother.
Yeah.
But she's also being like a spoiled brat mother,
The mom,
like,
yeah.
which is like, I have money, so I can do whatever I want, sort of thing. But whatever. And then so Nicole Kidman's kids, they all go to the same school. I would say they're like 6 years old, even though you wouldn't tell from the way these kids act. Like Reese Witherspoon's 6-year-old daughter seriously acts more mature than my 10-year-old sister. And she also calls her mom woman. If I did that, I'd get a slap across my face.
God,
but
yeah.
whatever.
Same. Yeah.
I guess when you're in Monterey, right? So do as the
your
Romans
privilege,
do.
Yeah, the privilege is showing a little bit.
yeah, so
God.
it's like
Little boogers.
whatever. So back to Nicole Kidman and her husband. This isn't really a spoiler. They're just like in a very toxic relationship where they're very physically abusive to each other.
Ew.
But they both are.
Ugh.
Ugh.
But that's how they like turn each other on.
Na,
And
na,
it's
come
so
on.
weird.
Some
Yeah.
50 Shades stuff coming up.
It's not even like loving though. Like they do it out of hatred and they get turned on by rage. It's so weird.
That's
Weird
upsetting.
sometimes.
It is so weird. And then so there's a whole part now with like them going to a therapist and they want to work on their relationship because they admit it's toxic.
I mean, like, at least they're self-aware? Question mark? Like,
Yeah, I guess. So the show starts out, like I said last week, with you finding out that there was a murder, but you don't know who is murdered.
Mhm.
I have found that the build up to that is something that is like gonna be very slow.
Okay.
And so it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be like one of those like last episode things.
Ah.
True.
But they're revealing slowly but surely like little pieces of information here as to how they're all tied in together. And there's something specifically that happens to Jane, Shailene Woodley's character as a mom, where I don't think they would have introduced that storyline had it not been somewhat involved with the other women's husbands. Like, I think one of them has something to do with her past,
Mm.
Oh.
which is like, but they won't say anything.
Ooh.
And
Intrigue.
they're very, very clever and precise about which pieces of information they reveal to you and which they are definitely holding off to reveal later. So it's kind of just like a pressure cooker almost, where it's like all this pressure is building up, and I
Last
feel like
episode,
it's not
it's
going to
gonna
be until the last
explode.
episode where it's just like pop.
And
And
start
the
overflowing.
it's only been like 5 episodes or 4. I'm not
How many?
quite
How many
sure.
are there? Like 10?
10. I would, yeah, because usually HBO is 10.
HBO usually does it.
I thought it was a lot more. So when I started watching the show, I was like, oh, like
You're
I have
already
a lot.
halfway through then.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but it's a great show. I didn't like the first episode. It was really slow for me. I remember I was watching it with my boyfriend. He's like, I don't know if I can sit around and watch a show about a bunch of rich moms complain. And I was like, I don't blame you, because that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
But the third episode specifically is where I really started to get very interested in what was like the deal, what was happening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been 5 episodes now that I'm like going through it in my head. And then the 4th episode was really like, okay, now I really need to know how this is going to progress and everything. But I love the characters. I really like Reese Witherspoon's character. She is kind of like an overbearing mom, but she has beef with Laura Dern's character, so they butt heads a lot. They like hate each other.
Laura Dern is the one who's like the super overprotective
Yeah,
one,
so
right?
Laura Dern's character is like one of the only moms that are like a working mom. So her husband says that like the women all hate her because she's the only one that has a great career and she's like the breadwinner of her family.
Yeah.
Even though he works too. And but they have like one daughter. They're super rich, and something happens in the first episode that it's not really a spoiler, but so her daughter gets hurt on the first day of school, and for some reason, which is one of the things I think they're going to reveal later, she says that it was Jane, Shailene Woodley's son, who did it, and it
Wow.
wasn't him.
That's so weird.
And then this is like a recurring pattern of her showing up with bruises and saying that it was her Ziggy, but it wasn't.
The little
Wow.
girl
Yeah.
saying it's Ziggy,
Yeah, and then to the
even though
point,
it hasn't been.
yeah, and then to the point where Shailene Woodley's like, well, like maybe it is my son. Like I don't know what's happening. So she takes him to a child psychologist, and the psychologist is like, your son shows no signs
Yeah,
of
your kid
being
is cool.
physically like harmful. If he does, then he is like a criminal mastermind. But at age 6, like I've seen a lot of
Doubtful.
kids. And then but it's still happening. So now Laura Dern's
Theory,
character
it's one of the
hates-
twins.
I don't know, because the twins are so like, they're not one of the highlighted children at all.
Now you never know.
I don't
man.
know
It's the
wh-
ones.
I don't
it's the
know.
quiet ones.
It's
the
that,
ones that sit
it's
in the background.
It's the mystery of Jane's past. It's the affairs. It's the violence in your own marriage. That is like the whole very intriguing
You
part
just
of the
sold it
show.
on me, man.
Yeah.
That was the sizzle. That was the
It
sizzle.
was.
sentence.
It's very interesting. I can't wait to see how it turns out. I might want to talk about it a third time, but it's good. It's just like one of those things that I put on while I'm cooking,
Yeah.
and it's enjoyable to watch. It's not my go-to thing to watch because I've been watching 30 Rock episodes again. So
I'm probably gonna laugh.
I finished The Office this week, and
Oh,
I
wow.
restarted it.
Oh yeah.
I cried in the last
You
episode.
restarted.
Aw.
I'm still like I think I'm on the episode after the episode Michael leaves.
Oh,
Aw.
wow.
I'm
Oh my
having a
God,
hard
you still
time
have like
watching
2 or
it.
3 seasons.
Yeah, well, I'm having a hard time. Like I've been there since last semester.
After Michael leaves, it's kind of rough. But then they
I heard
just
the last season's really good. But don't spoil anything.
yeah. I mean, like I don't know. I just feel like after Michael leaves, it kind of loses a little bit of its like sizzle.
Oh yeah.
And like I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but like one specific character, I feel like they kind of like send him down the toilet. They like kind of like light him up, and then they like let's send him floating down the lake in like a slow like funeral procession death. But then the very last episode of the season, I feel like he kind of regains himself a little. You'll see. You'll
Right.
see. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's next on my list after all the ridiculous number of shows I have to watch. But I like to double dip. I like to watch at least 2 or 3 shows at once. But
Yeah.
I'll get to that later. Are we all done with Sabrina's segment? over
Yeah,
here?
that's all I have to say about that.
You better check in with us when you finish it. Let us know if it
yeah.
was worth it.
I will, but it'll
Real
be in 5
Housewives.
weeks, so I don't even know if we'll still be
Real Housewives
here.
of Monroe County.
We'll
right?
make a
No,
post on the
Monterey.
page.
I think.
Monterey.
Yeah.
We'll make a post on the page. Sabrina finally finished.
I
this
finally
show.
finished it.
I'm definitely making a post when I finish The Office. But I guess that'll bring us to Nico's segment, where we're going to talk about a couple of our favorite things in the nerd world, as usual.
So, first things first, Captain Underpants has a movie, people.
Whoop whoop.
Kevin Hart,
Ed Helms.
Kevin Hart is in it.
Nick Kroll.
It's gonna be
Solid
good.
cast.
It's gonna be good.
All of those people are in it.
We know the whole cast, people.
It was a good trailer. It was a good
Every
trailer.
single
Everyone
one.
should definitely go look for it.
I love the animation style, though. I gotta tell you, I
yeah,
could
it
watch
looks,
anything
looks
with
a
that
lot
animation.
like that's like how the book is drawn, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's pretty accurate to the
Good
book.
stuff.
And I haven't seen a book in like, I don't know how long. I was in
Yeah.
like elementary
3rd
school.
grade.
You haven't seen one of those books, or you haven't seen a book? And
No, I haven't
A
seen
book in
any
general.
book ever. It's like elementary
I've never
school.
seen a book.
what are those things with words on them? You know.
It has like it's like the hard part on the outside, and then there's like the thinner pieces of
These
the hard
like
part
flimsy things.
on the inside.
They're made from
And then
trees,
on the back
right?
side, it's another hard part.
I love it.
This week's episode was sponsored by Barnes and Noble. We no longer make money.
Oh, damn.
They're the only one left, man.
It is true. It is so true. But okay. Anyways, continuing on.
It's kind of on topic books. Anyway,
Also, yeah, so Sony also in other news, Sony has hired a writer, Chris Yost. I believe that's how you say his name.
for
He was a writer on Thor Ragnarok, and he also co-wrote Thor: The Dark World. They
okay.
have him drafting a screenplay for a Silver Sable and Black Cat team-up movie.
What? Who wants that?
Somebody somewhere, apparently.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but if Ratchet and Clank didn't work, you think that's
Who
gonna work?
wants that?
Like,
There's somebody somewhere going crazy, like,
Someone.
yeah, but
Yeah,
that person's
one
not gonna
person.
buy like $100 million worth of
Some
tickets.
head person at Sony was like, you know what? Damn it, we need this movie. And then the lawyers were like,
No.
so
No.
Do you really think we need this movie? Shut your mouths, all right?
I think that they're gonna wait until they get a script that even if it's the best script in the world, they're gonna have a moment where they go, "Wait a minute, is anyone gonna
Wait a minute,
see
wait a
this?"
minute.
Do we really want to see this?
You know what? I'm wrong. The Emojis movies got made, so I don't know.
Gosh.
Wait, there was an what?
Yeah, that's Sony. They made an entire movie with emojis.
Sony's like, you know what? We're gonna provide the stuff that people aren't asking for because they're too scared for it. All right, we know they want it. That's what it is.
We
down
all know
inside.
how well Sony's doing, so it's clearly working.
So wait, what would is there like a plot idea? Anything?
Who cares?
Doesn't really say.
It's not gonna work.
There was a previous version of a Black Cat script that was meant to spin off of The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but these characters aren't popular enough to do that.
They're not.
Nobody knows who they are, really.
I mean, at least like if you're gonna do that, like the reason they were doing Sinister Six, right, is because that's a bunch of characters that aren't that popular, patched together.
Right.
You know, like so it's like, oh, there's enough popularity there and enough event that we can build.
There's enough
aren't
combined popularity.
Individually, no one knows.
Well, because the
Together,
Sinister Six
they're
includes
good.
like Doctor Octopus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Doc
and-
Ock, Rhino, like some of
yeah.
the characters that are loved by
Are-
fans but not
yeah.
huge in pop culture.
Right.
So like to me that makes sense, but this is just like that's like taking Groot in Rocket Raccoon and doing their movie before you did Guardians. Like that's just
Right.
ridiculous.
There's also a they're trying to figure out if it's gonna have any connection to a previously announced Venom film.
I was just about to say that's what I'm excited about.
I
What I'm
was like,
scared
people care
about.
Venom. Look, people care about Venom. They're gonna care about these two, all right?
No, they're not.
Oh god.
I mean, Venom's been in production hell for like 15 years, and now they're finally making one, and they don't have a Spider-Man they're tying it to. What does this world mean?
Wait. What?
They're not
Sony-
tying him to Spider-Man.
Is this real?
Yeah,
life?
because the Spider-Man that they would be tying it into is Andrew Garfield, correct?
No, because Sony
They
and
don't own-
Marvel
they don't own
are
Spider-Man anymore.
co-producing
Wait.
Spider-Man now.
Oh god, what?
Yeah, but there's a gray area on the characters related to him, so we don't know what that means. But I think the reason that they're doing Venom without Spider-Man is so that
They can
they don't
tie
have
it
to
in.
worry about it.
Damn
Later.
contracts.
Oh, I think it leaves the option open to tie it in, but if they don't want to share the money, they can't relate it to Spider-Man, so therefore. And they're hurting right now.
That's so stupid.
But I just think it's going to crash and burn because I don't know how they're going to come up with an origin story for a character that starts by being on his body without him.
Yeah. What the heck?
The movie opens up. I don't want to talk about the first part of my life.
Movie opens up, it's just a really dark like video of a person throwing venom off his body, no relation to Spider-Man. Movie
Yep.
starts.
There we go.
And it's just like a little disclaimer and subtitles.
seems
This is not
stupid.
Peter Parker.
Anyway.
This isn't Peter Parker. What? It's just gonna be blurred face. Just he's gonna be throwing venom off of him, and he's still gonna have the regular Spider-Man suit under. They're just gonna blur everything out.
I think that's
Yeah.
a great
No,
idea.
it'd be
dude.
the opening, like from Tangled and other ones. I'm sure you're wondering how I got here. Like, there we
That
go.
would be good,
That's
yeah.
how it's gonna be. But okay. Anyways,
Anyways, the first trailer of a live-action Death Note movie.
hey,
This has been floating over
didn't-
Facebook like
Yeah,
didn't hear
I
the
saw
audio
that
for it, but I
today.
watched it.
Yeah, same. I
it
watched it.
the visual
video.
style is dope.
Who's playing the main character?
I don't know.
Because I saw their face and I was like, "Ooh, I know you from somewhere, but I can't picture where your face is
I had
also
the
from."
same reaction.
Yeah, I think like, God.
Let me see. I'll
It's
look it
gonna
up.
go
Yeah.
through Warner Bros. And it's gonna be a Netflix exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I have mixed feelings because I don't know if the fans of Death Note are gonna love this.
I was thinking about it when I was watching the trailer. Like, are any Death Note fans like really rallying for like a live action?
Oh, it's the guy
Death
from
Note?
he was in Get Out and
Oh, the brother?
yeah.
Oh, the slimy guy.
I don't know. I
know.
Oh,
You're
brother?
kidding.
No, you're right. Yeah, no, I remember.
The brother.
Well, I didn't wait.
No, not
The
the
white
brother.
guy.
Can I see the photo of his face real quick?
Wait, who's the main character in this movie?
And Get Out?
In
no,
Death
in Death
Note.
Note. In Death Note. What's
Oh,
the name?
I-
of the
Because
kid?
I
no
don't know
idea.
anything about it.
I don't know
so-
enough about Death
What's his
Note.
name? Light
Sounds right.
Light
Like
Yagami.
Keith? Like Keith?
Yeah.
Is it this guy?
Is it this guy?
Is this guy in
I
the
think-
thing? Oh my god.
Oh, that
That's so funny.
No. The character.
I love this.
Light.
I love that they're arguing over whether or not he's in the movie when they're looking at that he's in the movie.
We're not arguing. I'm just trying to figure this
The
out.
cast
Oh,
list.
okay.
They're looking at the cast
I think
list. just to
I
let
think
you
it's
guys
gonna be
know.
the guy from
I see real quick?
he was in Atlanta
He's
too.
in Atlanta.
I haven't.
Oh no! Now I know who you're talking
The
about.
dude
This
who
one.
was the first guy who got
The
got
first
and get
guy,
out.
yeah. He's funny. I
He's
like
gonna
him.
play L.
He's gonna blow up.
which I believe is Light. It's supposed to be
Like
Light.
Keith. Like
Well,
Yeah, I
his
think
name
you're
is
right.
Lakeith, but the
Lakeith.
character in the original series was Light Yagami, I
Yeah,
believe.
you're right.
well.
And then there's the
okay,
demon.
no. He's the one. L is the one who runs around and like does whatever the kid wants, right?
No, L is. I think they're the same. No, L is Light, I believe.
No,
and they
Nat
just,
Wolf
Nat
is
Wolf.
is
Nat
light.
Wolf
Never
is
mind.
who. Yeah.
L
Nat
is,
Wolf is Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'd
Yeah,
rather
that's
be the
where
other
I
guy.
recognized him
Oh,
from.
so then L is L is the thing on TV.
L is
I'm gonna
L-
be that guy who just
L
says
is like the creepy thing who runs around and like.
No,
I don't know what's
think
going
that's his
on.
name.
I don't
Guys,
know.
Anyway.
We don't know.
none of us care about this movie.
Yeah, that's
so why
true.
are we
I'm sorry.
talking
I
about
was just
it?
trying to figure
This
out.
episode is
Nate
brought
Wolf.
to you by things in your childhood that you left there.
Nate Wolf was one of them. Okay.
I mean, I'm not trying to be that guy, but like, first of all, I was never into Death Note. But even if
Me
it were
neither.
something I really cared about, like, I used to watch Gundam stuff all the time. But if they announced a live-action Gundam movie, I'd be like, doesn't Transformers already exist? Like, we don't need this stuff anymore.
Oh,
I mean, Death Note was a pretty dope concept, I guess.
I mean,
it's-
like,
it's interesting.
I used to watch the series when I was in elementary school.
yeah,
then you
like I
left
feel
it.
like
I mean, I saw it, I processed it then,
And you left it in
and
your
I've never
childhood.
touched it.
Exactly.
which is why I'm saying, like, I don't think anyone was really rallying for like a live action.
I mean, sometimes Netflix just boots things that have a built-in audience. But the nice thing about it is they don't have to really worry about it because as long as fans are going
I
to
was gonna
Netflix,
say, I mean, as long as there's that cult following, I feel like they'll be happy.
That's true.
As long as
We'll see.
somebody watches
I'm more
it.
looking to see how well this is reviewed because if the fans like the show, then it's a good show.
Eh,
You know what I mean?
good stuff.
Also, Wonder Woman gets a PG-13 rating.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
That's what
I mean,
thought
it wasn't
was.
going to be R. So,
I mean,
Were they like looking into making it R?
it's
no.
it's the director's first non-R-rated film.
well, yeah, but it's
So.
DC. DC's not going R.
It's too edgy. It's too edgy.
No, they just need
It's
money.
just-
They can't afford it.
Yeah, they can't afford to have a segment of people not go watch it.
Yeah. Plus, like the statement that the R would make would be like, "We're gonna be serious still," and people are like, "Lighten up, man." So it'd be the opposite of what they want.
But yeah, but I mean, like that's kind of. It's interesting though that the guy, this is his first PG-13. So he's probably gonna like dial it down a little, like
mean,
you know,
yeah.
like a low,
Low.
to
Just-
open it
just
up
a
to the
tad.
13-year-olds.
Just a
A
tad.
Lil Wayne, you know.
What was I gonna say? Oh, also, there was a bit of a teaser that in the new Star Wars movie, Han Solo isn't really his name.
Wait,
Really?
That Han Solo is an alias
What?
because they say who mentioned it? Bob Iger.
Oh, but wow,
He made
that high up.
he made a reference saying that you find out how he got his name. So maybe Han Solo isn't his name.
wow, that's
Always
really cool.
wondered if that was his name because I was
Also-
like, "There's
Same.
no
I never
way."
questioned it.
Also,
Me neither.
there is
But, like, Well, actually, I don't know.
Woody Harrelson, his character, he kind of revealed his character on Jimmy Fallon. That his
I think
character's
he's gonna
name
be
is
his dad.
Beckett. And
Beckett.
Beckett,
Isn't he supposed to be like a mentor?
he's like a mentor, but he's a criminal. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. No, that made perfect sense for like, no offense to Woody, but like I could totally see since where Han starts, you know, in his smuggling days, totally makes sense.
Yeah. Wow, that's so crazy though that his name isn't real. Wow, what's his name?
Process it.
It's like it's like a tangled thing again where he's
We'll
like,
find
my
out
name's Eugene.
in December.
Eugene Fitzherbert. That's
Send me
all.
some weird name.
Oh my god.
You can call me Han Solo.
Just something unnecessary, just something really long and wordy.
Yes.
Be like, so I'm just gonna call you Han.
Esteban Julio Ricardo.
It's like Hansenfeld.
He probably meets Lando.
Hasenfelden
He
Han.
probably meets
He's
Lando
German.
and is like, "Wow, Lando Calrissian. That's such a
That's
cool
such a
name.
catchy name.
I need something good too."
what's your name, man? You know, and he's like,
it's
Solo.
It's he's just like looking at things. He's what's
It's like hand, but he says like
he's like
Han Solo.
Han
Solo.
Solo.
There's a hand in a Solo
like,
cup, and
he's
just
like Kaiser Sozoing it out like
Yeah.
there's a Solo cup.
Exactly. Oh my god.
Anyway.
What else you got for us, Nico?
Last thing I got, Batman. There's a poster of him from Justice League. Not really major, but they're flip flopping his colors.
Justice League trailers dropping in 2 days.
Yeah.
So
Get excited.
Yeah.
Justice League is set for November 17th.
I'll see how I feel when I see the trailer.
But yeah, they're flip flopping his colors. That's all it really is.
What do you mean
They're flip flopping it, so it's gonna be, I believe it's black on gray instead of gray on black.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's whatever.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. In all essence,
I
it's
really
the same
don't
suit.
care.
Okay, but the fans who get really into the costumes,
People are
you
gonna be
know,
like, "What is
you know.
this?"
What the hell? What the hell? You know,
They can
proceeds are
go
beep, beep, so-
care about something else or get a life.
That's pretty true. All right, was that it for you, Nico?
Yeah, that's all I got.
That wraps up
Sweet.
Nico's segment. I'm going to go and move into movies real fast. I'll make this quick for you guys. Beauty and the Beast killed it, number one spot. $174.75 million.
Yes.
That is beast. Its budget's 160. So it like boosted past that in one weekend, which is nuts. And that's not including what it's been making this week after the weekend gross. Number 2 spot, Kong Skull Island, still a pretty decent show this weekend with $28 million. Number 2 spot.
I feel like I need to go watch it now.
I kind of want to see it because
Yeah.
it got way better reviews and reactions than I expected.
Yeah.
Logan, number 3 spot, still kicking it at the top with another
Wow, it's
17.8
beating
million. It's it's already made all of its money back and making a profit. So I'm sure Fox isn't regretting their R-rated move.
Oh no.
Number 4 spot, Get Out, only went down 32% this week. This movie just keeps staying right there. It's crazy. It's made another 13.4 million. That puts its total at 133 on a $5 million budget. That's crazy. The Shack is at the number 5 spot with $6 million. Number 6, the Lego Batman movie with another $4 million, putting on top of that gross. The Belko Experiment opened really poorly this weekend. Not to be a jerk or anything, but it opened to $4 million. It was only in 1,300 theaters, but still,
Yeah.
that's not so good. I'll have to check the ratings on that and see if it's worth going because it's a Blumhouse, so it's. I thought it'd be good.
Gets a Bronze Star for trying.
Yeah, that's fair. Hidden Figures in the number 8 spot with another $1.4 million.
Yes.
John Wick Chapter 2, 1.1, and then in number 10 spot, Before I Fall. And that wraps up the top 10. Opening this weekend, we have 3 movies that I actually want to see, so I might have to pull a triple header on this one. Chips is opening this weekend, which looks way funnier than I expected.
That one looks. I'm so excited for that.
I love the actors, and I know they wouldn't do it if it wasn't funny. So
Yeah.
even if it's bad, I think it'll be funny.
Yeah.
Life is opening this weekend. Are you guys going to go see that?
With my boys Jake Gyllenhaal.
I don't know.
And Ryan.
It seems like an alien.
Oh my god!
ripoff.
What's his last name?
But
Ryan.
it's gotten some Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
There we go.
It's gotten some really good reviews and good reactions, and supposedly it's a lot different than Alien, is what I've heard. Like I've heard that it's like our generation's version in a way, but I've heard that like the alien itself, like the way it interacts.
Does this fall into the Alien movies?
I guess. Yeah.
There's just too many, and then they threw in Prometheus, and then it was like
See, but-
aliens versus whatever.
I mean,
and
this
then it
isn't.
was like,
No, it's not.
eh.
It's not like in that franchise. It's more
Oh.
like it's that type of movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
Gotta listen, man.
So, no, well, I asked. I was like, is it part of Alien?
No, you said does it fall into that alien category?
No, I didn't say no. Okay, all right. Anyways,
Anyway,
it's
Chips
not part of the Alien.
It's coming
movies,
out this
guys.
weekend. Life coming out this weekend with the Bromance team in there. Power Rangers, which has gotten mixed reviews, but I'm gonna go see it anyway. All of those are coming out this weekend, so you got plenty of options. And let me jump into Matt's thoughts and wrap up this episode. I'll update you on 2 shows. One, I started watching Girls, which is a mistake, but I'm 2 seasons in. I finished the first 2 seasons in like a week.
Is it bad?
It's really good.
Oh, okay.
It's a mistake because I just watched it. And it's I wouldn't say it's like my favorite show ever, but it's just innately watchable.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, honestly.
Like something
it's-
that you could just throw on in the background.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But like, no, I mean, like, I care about the people. That's the thing. Like, that's what's keeping me watching. like nothing, like there's not that much that happens really in terms of like really important stuff, but you just feel interested in each character.
That's good.
So the character development drives you through. And then to update you on 30 Rock, I'm halfway through season 4, and it is only getting better. So that's super exciting.
It's only going to get better. And then you'll be sad.
Oh,
Is that one on
depressing.
Netflix?
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm going to start that one next.
It's hilarious.
Okay.
It's
That's
so
solid
funny.
because that actually segues me into my Erica thought. Netflix, a lot of things are leaving this month, but a lot of cool things are coming next month.
Yay.
So we're losing Princess Bride.
What? Oh, well, I have it on DVD. It's
We're
fine.
losing all of the Joss Whedon shows, which is depressing for me. 'cause
Wait,
I
Agents
love
of
being able to
S.H.I.E.L.D.
watch those.
too?
I think that doesn't count because it's not. It's like from Marvel, and they have that
Okay.
deal with Marvel. So
Okay.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is probably still on there.
Okay, okay.
We're losing all of House. We're losing 4 seasons of Bones. Those are just shows I like to rewatch every once in a while because I
What?
used to watch them.
That's so weird.
Isn't
Those
it
are
weird?
very popular shows.
I think they'll come
Yeah.
back. I think it was just a negotiation issue.
Okay.
Happens a lot with Netflix. Shows will go away for a month because Netflix is like, yeah, we're not paying that much for that, and then they'll come back when the people realize they need to pay. They need to give Netflix a break.
Well, that's really
Yeah.
weird.
But what's coming next month is pretty exciting because not only like there's some regular things that are coming, like Chelsea season 2 is coming out for people who are into Chelsea Handler. But I'm super excited because unannounced until now, Louis C.K. is dropping a new special next month.
Oh,
And between that and Chappelle, like
True.
I'm in love.
yeah.
Awesome.
So for the full list, feel free to look that up. But I just thought I'd let you guys know there's a big difference in Netflix between like the 31st and April 1st.
Wow.
So check it out. But that's going to wrap up Matt's thoughts, and that's going to wrap up Erica's thoughts. And of course, that's going to wrap up this episode of Art Things Considered, where we considered a lot of art. My name is Matthew Slaza,
Isabella Pico.
I'm Sabrina Braga.
And I'm Nico Williams.
and we will see you guys next week.